Okay, bestie, so I'm gonna let you a little in on my process. So sometimes I don't know what I'm going to make for dinner, and sometimes I'll open the fridge and just see what we have and see if I can get inspired by it. One of the things that the first thing that I saw when we opened it was I still have these tortellini. I made a tortellini soup a while ago, and these last for a long time in the fridge or in the freezer, and so I have this left over, but it's enough for a soup. But the kids just had spaghetti a little bit ago when all the kids were here, and we had like 5 kids here, so I don't want to do a red sauce, a traditional like tortellini, or like an Alfredo. So I was like, what can I do? We have a lot of onions in there, and I also had some ground beef that was defrosted. So I think what I'm gonna do is a French onion soup with tortellini and ground beef and do kind of a play on that. And we also have some sourdough bread, if you guys remember from my Trader Joe's haul, which we also have new bread. So I want to use that because that will not last for that long. So I'm like, oh, I can make some crust on there, make the soup, maybe add a little bit of cream, and then make some little croutons out of that sourdough bread. So let's see how this comes out. I'm not stressing. Fly by the seat of my pants. And that's the fun thing about being in the kitchen. So let's see what happens. I thinly sliced 2 large sweet onions and a few cloves of garlic. Olive oil and butter have been going in this pan, and we're going to add in our onions. We're gonna let these completely saute down until they are caramelized. That will take quite a bit of time, like maybe up to 20 to 30 minutes, depending, but it's worth it. You have to caramelize your onions for French onion soup. While that's working, I'm gonna take this bread and I'm going to cut them into rounds so that they'll be croutons that we can put on top of our soup. I'll show you how I'm gonna do that. Big slices, as you can see, and this cup has the largest diameter. I wanna get the most bang for my buck so I'm not wasting. So I'm gonna use this cup, and I'm literally just going to press and turn, and then you have a round, which we can toast. Easy. I want to pop in really quickly in the middle of this and say that I am wearing blue today, and I didn't put on an apron because it is April 2nd, which is Autism Awareness Day. So I just wanted to bring that up to anyone and everyone who is touched by autism. All right, Bessie, so this is exactly where I want to be with this. It's taken literally about 20 minutes, but it is a labor of love, and these have so much flavor. So now we're going to add in our garlic. Garlic in. Also, you may notice that the pot started like completely full and they really cooked down. So use more onions than you think you need. And with some Worcestershire sauce, This is a key ingredient in onion soup. Also thyme. I don't have any fresh thyme, but I'm not stressing because I didn't plan on making this. We are just seeing how it comes out. So Worcestershire sauce. I'm going in with a pound of ground beef. And I'm going to season that. I'm going to season it salt, pepper, garlic, onion powder, all the regulars, but it's up to you. I actually didn't add any salt because I am going to be adding other ingredients that are salty, like onion soup mix, onion soup, and some broth. So hold off on the salt, you can always add it later. Ground beef is nice and brown, so I'm gonna go in with 1 can of French onion soup. I actually always have this for different recipes, so this adds a lot of depth of flavor, and this is a great start for broth. So 1 can of this. I'm also gonna go in with a packet of onion soup mix, you know, the kind you mix with sour cream to make the most amazing dip ever. Am I wrong? I'm not. I have some beef bouillon, but I'm gonna hold off on this because that actually might be enough flavor. I'm going to go in with a carton of beef stock because this is a soup. So we're gonna see how much we need. We might need the whole thing because we still have to cook the tortellini. So I just tasted it and I was right. I don't think I need any more salt. The soup is bubbling away, so now it's time to add in our tortellini. And these don't take long at all because they are fresh. At the very end, we're gonna add just a little bit of cream to make this a cream sauce. Just a little bit. We're just adding a little bit of richness. Again, I've never made this, so I'm making it up. All right, besties, and this is the finished product. It is a French onion and beef tortellini soup. And if you want to see how I am going to plate it up, come to the next FaceTime. Thank you so much for like making up dinner with me tonight. Sometimes you make things up and it's delicious. You guys, don't be stressing in the kitchen. We're not stressing. It's not that hard. It's just food. Anyway, I love you guys. If you haven't already, make sure that you follow so we can FaceTime every 5 minutes. And yeah, I'll call you soon.